can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 12th annual Street Festival. The party goes all weekend long, but starts on March 14th and 15th with tons of giveaways, great Irish food, and green beer. And it continues on Tuesday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 9 a.m. on Saturday, 11 a.m. on Sunday, and 9 a.m. on Tuesday. And the street party starts at 2 p.m. all 3 days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's Irish Pub, located at 8th and P.
John just tried Runza's new Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger with its sweet heat bacon jam, pepper jack cheese, bacon, and cream cheese.
Whoa, this burger's like totally...
What?
You know, boom, 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 boom.
Not sure I'm getting it.
It's totally jammin'?
Ah, I see. Well, don't jam with your mouth full. Try the Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
When it comes to keeping your equipment running, you've got options at Landmark Implement. Whether you need premium John Deere parts or a more economical solution, A&I parts from Landmark deliver the dependable performance you can count on with cost savings up to 40%. From filters and bearings to belts and everyday repairs, A&I parts are built to work as hard as you do while helping stretch your budget further. Stop by your local Landmark Implement parts counter today or shop online anytime at shop.deere.com and experience the Landmark difference.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into a presentation of high school girls state basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Girls state basketball on The Ticket is presented by Union Bank and Trust, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Concordia University, Nest 529 Direct Plan, Peru State College, General Excavating, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Doane University, Play It Again Sports, Sunbelt Rentals, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Big Ten Sports Bar, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Jimmy John's. Now calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Welcome into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we are ready for day 2 of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert coming at you from Pinnacle Bank Arena as we are ready to go in the Class C2 side of things, as we'll have 2 C2 matchups this morning and then turn our attention to Class B action this afternoon and evening as we saw Class D2 and Class A unfold yesterday. Our Class A matchups, and as well as our first D2 game was really, really competitive. We're going to have a good one here in just a few moments between the Bloomfield Bees and the Arapahoe Warriors. And once again, Nick Sainert coming to you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Day 2 of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships, and you're listening to it on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. As we are ready to go, we're first of 6 games, and we can't thank Tristan Gomez enough for calling the nightcap game for me. He'll be back this evening and for the rest of the week to help me out. Austin Orman will be joining me for a couple of games today, as well as Jay Foreman, per usual. And so a whole slew of 93.7 The Ticket folks will be making their way down here to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Let's talk about the Bloomfield Bees coming in with an undefeated record of 26-0. They're back in the state tournament for the first time since 1979, while Arapahoe back for the first time since 2014. As we are underway, Bloomfield wins the tip, and they're working left to right from my vantage point here, courtside at Pinnacle Bank Arena. They'll put up an early three-point bucket, and it's good by Haley Eisenhower, this 5'7" sophomore guard. And we saw defensive pressure yesterday cause fits for a lot of teams. And already Bloomfield forces a turnover as the Bloomfield Bees force a traveling violation on the defensive end. We'll get to starting lineups in just a moment, but once again, Bloomfield on the season 26-0 here in Class C2 action, as some of these lower classes can be wide open, as we saw turnovers be a big issue over the last 24 hours or so. And right back, Arapahoe is able to get a steal and a foul called against the Bloomfield Bees, and so going to the line to shoot two will be the Warriors of Arapahoe. Going to the line this time, number 3, Sawyer Schaefer, a 5'4" sophomore guard. Also out there for Arapahoe, it's going to be a 5'9" senior forward, Emma Strand. Number 4, a 5'9" senior forward, Riley Tiedemann. Number 22, Sutton Schaefer, and number 24, Clayton Hilker. Arapahoe on the year, 21-5. As I mentioned, it's their 6th trip to the state tournament in school history, first since 2014. They have yet to capture that elusive trophy, though. The first one, or second one rather, on the way is good. It's 3-1 Bloomfield over Arapahoe here in the early goings of day number 2. As everybody's warming up their voices, warming up their legs. Here we go on the right side. It's Bloomfield on the right wing. Now in the near corner with it is Kennedy Melody. Melody with it, driving baseline. She dumps it underneath on the doorstep. Great job staying vertical by the defender, Riley Tiedemann of Arapahoe, and she forces a missed shot going the other way with the Warriors. Here with it is Sawyer Schaefer. Schaefer gets double teamed right outside the top of the key, and now passing out of it to the left corner for the Warriors. Here is Sutton Schaefer. Schaefer, floater on the way, just a tad too strong. Rebound tipped around a couple of times, controlled by Bloomfield, and chucked up the floor across half court to her teammate, Haley Eisenhower. Eisenhower lost the basketball, got undercut, and there's going to be a defensive foul called against Arapahoe here, and it's going to go, I believe, they're going to get Sawyer Schaefer for this one. Good crowd on hand here in the 9 a.m. matchup, as we'll have first of 6 games coming your way before we get to semifinal Friday tomorrow. Passing it left side for Bloomfield with it is Aaliyah James. Aaliyah now passes it back to the top of the key. It's Eisenhower. Eisenhower has it guarded loosely. Arapahoe not too concerned with Eisenhower shooting the 3. However, Aaliyah James will pop a tray. Misses that one badly. The rebound caroms off the backboard into the hands of number 10, Kennedy Milady, and she is able to get the bucket to fall. It's now 5-1 Bloomfield over Arapahoe here in the early going. And it'll be Arapahoe basketball after the inbounds pass was knocked out of bounds. A last touch by Bloomfield. 5-1 is your score. As Arapahoe gets the inbound pass, they'll bring it across the timeline. Crossing over on Eisenhower is Schaefer. Schaefer throws it over the top. Watch out for the laptops on the tables here to my left. And it goes out of bounds. It'll go to the Bloomfield Bees. Still 5-1. Already in the early goings of this one that's the second turnover on Arapahoe. And we saw a team yesterday in Miller North have, for a good chunk of the game, up until about the halfway point of the fourth quarter, have more turnovers than they did points in the game. But yet they were still down by single digits and had a chance to knock off top-seeded North Star. Top of the key, three-pointer on the way. Haley Eisenhower, just a tad short, grazed off the front rim. Rebound tracked down by Bloomfield for a moment, but she stepped on the sideline right in front of the Arapahoe bench as she went and chased down that missed three-point shot. And it's going to be Arapahoe basketball here in just a moment. 5:57 to go in the first quarter. 5-1 Bloomfield over Arapahoe. Passing it left side. This is Emma Strand, the senior, with it. She throws it over the top to the right wing. A long three on the way. Just off to the right. Will not go. Offensive rebound. Here once again is Sawyer Schaefer. Schaefer is on the ground fighting for that loose ball. Still a little bit extracurricular activity between Sawyer Schaefer and number 10, Kennedy Milady of the Bloomfield Bees. They were going after it after the whistle, and it's going to be Arapahoe basketball after the jump ball is called. So baseline inbound here underneath their own bucket for Arapahoe. They throw it in across the floor to the right corner. With it is Schaefer. Schaefer tries to pass the other Schaefer. Her pass taken away. Going the other way, Harley Schempecker. Schmeckpepper has her basketball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bloomfield, but nice job by the Arapahoe Warriors getting back in time, forcing that one free, and they're going to have a chance to set up their half-court defense. 5:36 to go, first quarter. 5-1 your score in favor of the Bloomfield Bees over Arapahoe. They get it in. Three-point attempt on the way from the near corner. It's good for Bloomfield as now they extend it. It is 8-1. Bloomfield on top of Arapahoe. Quick moving offense here on the right wing. And now inside on the doorstep, a nice layup made by Clara Hilker, the junior forward. And it makes it back to a 5-point ball game, 8-3 in favor of Bloomfield Here with it, the Bees, a floater. Nobody contested the ball. Nobody contested the shot. Somehow still missed it as it's off the back iron. Chucking it up the floor. Here's Arapahoe. Now with the basketball, it's Tiedemann. Tiedemann passes out to Hilker. Hilker to Schaefer. Schaefer steps back. Almost got whistle for a jump ball. Trying to create some space. Watch out, as that's going to be a matchup. We're going to watch this tonight, or this morning rather, as a layup in the lane is no good, but a foul is called on a take by Kennedy Milady, as the matchup between Milady and Sawyer Schaefer. Schaefer is a sophomore. Milady is a freshman. And those two, they have kind of been going at it the first 3.5 minutes or so of this game. They had the extracurricular after the jump ball was whistled. And then on that one, after Milady stole the ball from Schaefer, Schaefer kind of from behind tried to punch it out. And so after the first free throw is no good, Bloomfield, the second one is on the way, and that one's also no good. So an empty possession, rebound fought for, and it might have been thrown out of bounds. It did. It was. And so Arapahoe, after they throw it out of bounds, gives it right back to Bloomfield. And so an extra possession coming up for the Bees. 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8-3 is your score. Now inside on the block, it's Tiedemann to Schmeckpepper. Schmeckpepper misses the jumper. Defensive rebound corralled by Hilker. She's immediately double teamed, but she's able to pass out of it. Up the floor to Schaefer. Schaefer running the length of the floor in the lane. Airballs the layup. She hit that one just too strong, decided to not use the backboard. And here comes Bloomfield. Across the timeline they go. In the working, Milady layup takes the contact, no foul. And we have an injured Arapahoe Warrior who's laying on the ground, and with 4:11 to go in the first quarter, it's 10-3 Bloomfield. And so while they tend to Clara Hilker, let's go ahead and step aside for the time being. We'll step aside, come back here in just a moment on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
Welcome back in. Nick Sainert with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena, as after the injury timeout, Bloomfield's going to have the basketball. They have it in the half court, driving on the right side and drawing the foul is number 11, Madison Milady. Milady, the sophomore, 6 feet tall. She draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. As Bloomfield leads 10-3 right now with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's been a fairly routine first quarter. First free throw on the way is good for Milady. These two teams have not played this season, and Jay and I were kind of talking about that yesterday, where on these lower classes sometimes, since there's so many schools, you don't necessarily see everybody at least once, where in Class A, Class B, you might run into somebody once or twice a season. In transition, the layup in the lane is good for the Arapahoe Warriors and Sutton Schaefer as she goes to the line to try to complete the three-point play. A nice job there by the sophomore guard Schaefer, running the length of the floor after the made free throw. Had Bloomfield a little bit on their heels, and they were able to cash in on the layup. One more free throw coming up here for Sutton Schaefer, and the free throw on the way. It is no good, bounced out. Defensive rebound for Bloomfield. The pass is going to be completed for the Bees. Up the floor they go with Milady. Milady will bring it across the timeline, crosses over, now gets her pocket picked, gets it back, puts up a contested jumper. That one does not fall, and Arapahoe cleans up the miss. 12-5 your score. Bloomfield out in front by 7 on Arapahoe. In the lane, how about Sutton Schaefer again? She tried to do too much that time, missed a layup in traffic, and Milady comes up with the defensive rebound. She passes to the other Milady, the younger Milady, across the timeline. Now left side with it. Aaliyah James pops the three, and it's good for Aaliyah James. 15-5 your score as Bloomfield has has made it a double-digit lead on Arapahoe. At the top of the key, Sutton Schaefer gets bumped in her route to the hoop. And for Sutton Schaefer, she's trying to take matters into her own hands here as she's the leading scorer on this Arapahoe team, but trying to take matters into her own hands the last few possessions. 15-5 your score as they'll inbound it underneath their own hoop. It's Sawyer Schaefer to inbound. They get it in. The mid-range jumper off the glass, just a tad too strong on the attempt by Emma Strand. The senior unable to connect on her first bucket of the day, and Bloomfield going the other way. Bloomfield wearing their white jerseys tonight. They cross over. The layup in the lane is no good, but a foul is called as number 32, Peyton Eisenhower for Bloomfield, was on the left side of the hoop, and she was hit by number 4, Riley Tiedemann. So with 2:35 to go in the first quarter, Peyton Eisenhower goes to the line to shoot 2 shots. Her first one on the way is no good. She has no points yet. 2 boards off the bench for the Bloomfield Bees. Bloomfield's got sharp white jerseys with the blue letters and numbers with the words Queen Bees written around the front on the chest. Now on the right, the second free throw is also no good. That free throw is going to be deflected then off the rebound, and it'll go out of bounds, last touched by the Bees of Bloomfield. So Arapahoe basketball. Arapahoe's got their black jerseys today with the white letters and numbers. Arapahoe written on the chest and the Nike swoosh on the right shoulder. So Arapahoe gets the inbound pass, and we're going to call a traveling violation on Emma Strand. And so Strand traveled in the backcourt. There's not intense pressure by any means from Bloomfield, but enough to cause a little bit of an issue. And Arapahoe down by 10 wants to talk things over. Head coach Preston Blackmore calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside with them. Come right back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Nick Sainert back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 15-5 is your score. 2:29 to play in the first quarter. Bloomfield and Arapahoe as we are on quarterfinal Thursday still, semifinal tomorrow. Across Class A and Class B, those will be the games tomorrow. Now in the lane, a nice two-point bucket, by number 1 Haley Eisenhower, and Arapahoe trails by 12. They got to get something going on offense. We've seen a lot of times the spark for these teams that yesterday and in previous years, the spark come on the defensive side. But how about number 3 Sawyer Schaefer? She drains a 3 from the top of the key. It's 17-8. Bloomfield on top by 9 as they get it across the timeline, pushing the pace, stepping through. Layup is good for number 10, Kennedy Milady. The freshman, Kennedy Milady, able to get it through. And here we go as the pace is starting to pick up on the left side. Now Strand with it. Left wing. How about another 3 for Schaefer? That one's just a tad too strong. Offensive rebound fought for on the ground. And a couple of bodies scrumming on the hardwood as the possession arrow gives the jump ball to the Bloomfield Bees with 1:27 to play in the first quarter.
It is Bloomfield number 5.
19-8 is your scoreboard here. 1:27 to play in the first quarter here at the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships. Getting trapped, somehow passing out of it, Bloomfield. They get it across. Left side, Eisenhower. Three-pointer on the way, Schmeck-Pepper. She can't hit. The offensive rebound on the doorstep for number 11, Madison Malati. And she's able to get the layup to fall. Now an outlet pass up the floor is through the hands of number 4, Riley Tiedemann, as Sutton Schaefer tried to connect. And Arapahoe just getting a little too sped up here in the first quarter with 1:02 to play. They trailed 21-8 against Bloomfield. So here comes the Bloomfield Bees, 21-8. They are up by 13 with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Top of the key now into the near corner. With it for Bloomfield is Miley Pinkelman. Pinkelman cross-court pass top to Eisenhower. Eisenhower now right side to Malati. Malati back to Eisenhower. Wide open three-point attempt on the way, and it's good. Bloomfield catching fire here in the late stages of the first quarter. They are now shooting over 50% from beyond the arc. Here a turnover, Bloomfield the other way. The layup in the lane is good. It's now a 16-point Bloomfield lead. They lead at 26-8. Here's Arapahoe. Arapahoe splits the double team as Schaefer brings it across the timeline. On the right side, Sawyer Schaefer with the basketball to Sutton Schaefer. Now that's going to be a traveling violation on Sutton Schaefer as she wanted to get the pass into the near corner to her teammate Strand, but was unable to as their defensive pressure there by Malati was too much for Schaefer to overcome. And so with that, Bloomfield gets the ball back. Shot clock is dark with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. They turn it over. They give it right back to Arapahoe with 6 seconds on the game clock. Left side, now top of the key. Three-point shot at the horn. It's good for number 2, Chloe Gooden. A nice job by Arapahoe to get some points at the end of that quarter. They still trail 26-11 here as we get ready to start quarter number 2. From Pinnacle Bank Arena, you're listening to Girls State Basketball on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more Girls State Basketball Tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Start of the second quarter here, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. An update over from the Devaney Center in Class C1 action. Milford is leading Central City 13-10 as that is Class C1. This is Class C2. On the right side, Sutton Schaefer for 3. She can't hit. A nice defensive rebound collected by Malati, and she'll run the floor. Up the floor, it's through the hands of Eisenhower, and so Arapahoe's defense catches a break there as they still trail by 15 in the early going here in the second quarter. 26-11, your score. 15-point advantage in favor of Bloomfield. The Bees undefeated, unblemished on the season, 26-0. Here is Arapahoe. Arapahoe 21-5 on the campaign. They bounce it across the timeline to Strand. Strand has it now on the right side. Gives it back to the logo inside, trying to work it inside. Now here's Hilker, Hilker misses the right-handed layup. She went out and had to sit for an extended time after she bumped knees early in that first quarter, but she misses the easy layup there. Here's Malati on the left side. Malati guarded by Schaefer. The floater in the lane is good from the left side, standing on that B of the Big Ten logo. A nice job by Malati as working up the floor. Arapahoe deflects it out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Bloomfield. And Arapahoe will get the basketball here in just a moment. 6:59 to play in the second quarter. 28-11 your score in favor of Bloomfield. On the left side, here's Strand. Strand with it. She'll dribble the top of the key. Now reverses course into the corner. Hilker back to Strand. Strand dribbles top of the key. that defense starts to suffocate her. Zone defense here that's a double dribble for Emma Strand. And it's going to be another turnover. A little bit of frustration starting to mount for the Arapahoe Warriors. Sawyer Schaefer checks in for Emma Strand. Chloe Gooden was telling her, you got to calm down when that pressure and zone defense starts to swarm you for Arapahoe. On the left side, the three-point attempt will not fall for Bloomfield. Offensive rebound tracked down, but then knocked out of bounds by Bloomfield. And so Bloomfield loses possession. Arapahoe basketball. 6:27 to play, second quarter, 28-11 your score. Arapahoe, the victim of 11 turnovers committed here in this one. Hilker now hands it to a teammate that's running on by in the far corner. Mid-range jumper is blocked, and we have a frustration foul called on Chloe Gooden. The senior guard, her shot was blocked, and she immediately tried to get the ball back in the steal, and it did not work. And so that is team foul number 1 on the Arapahoe Warriors here in the second quarter. Now, on the right side, here's Bloomfield. Bloomfield with the basketball. They almost turn it over themselves, but instead Eisenhower has it on the left side. Melody drives baseline on the left side. They try to steal. They pass through to the other side of the lane, and the layup is good there by Aaliyah James. Nice job by Bloomfield. The Bees continuing to find success on offense as Arapahoe draws the three-player trap. Here's Strand. Now that pass taken away by Schaefer. Schaefer is having her pocket picked. Arapahoe gets it back, and that's going to be a traveling violation as that pass was deflected, and collecting it was Sutton Schaefer as she turns it over yet again. And we'll step aside as Arapahoe needs to talk things over. It's a 19-point deficit for the Arapahoe Warriors in favor of Bloomfield. Let's step aside for 30 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day in the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Welcome to Lincoln State Hoops fans from across the state. Big Ten Sports Bar is just like your favorite local sports bar, just a little bigger to fit the whole town and more. Stop by before or after any game in downtown Lincoln at 10th and P. All right, we're almost halfway through the second quarter of play. It's 5:38 to go in the first half. 30-11 your score in favor of Bloomfield. They got to figure out Arapahoe, that is, got to figure out something. As a shot in the paint is no good, but a foul is called against Arapahoe after the inbounds pass, and this one goes against number 3, Sawyer Schaefer. That's her second. It hasn't been because Arapahoe hasn't tried. It's that Bloomfield's defense has been so suffocating that they haven't been able to really get into the paint and draw fouls. Now, obviously, Bloomfield has a little bit of the size advantage, especially when you're working with somebody that's 6 feet tall and Madison Melody, who just goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Arapahoe, though, with some extended pressure facing them from Bloomfield, trying to dribble out of it. They get it to Schaefer. She'll try to sprint across the timeline, able to finally do so. Now she picks up her dribble, gives it to the other Schaefer, driving right side of the lane. The floater is no good, but she is fouled. And Sutton Schaefer, the sophomore guard, will go to the line to shoot 2. Sutton is a leading scorer on this team, while her sister is the second leading scorer on the team. First one on the way for Sutton Schaefer, bounces off the rim, no good. 32-11 is your score. We saw a game yesterday in Class D2 action, only have 36 total points. As the second free throw is also no good. Sutton Schaefer goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Here's the pass up the floor for Bloomfield. Bloomfield gets it across the half-court line, and Melody has it. Melody almost gets her pocket picked. Now she dribbles it off her leg, keeps it from going in the backcourt, needs some help, looking for some help. Finds Mother Melody on the right side. She drives into the lane. Layup is good as a couple of bodies hit the deck, but a nice job there by Madison Melody as she's able to avoid the contact and picking up a charge. Now down the floor quickly. Hilker in the lane gets fouled from behind by Madison Melody, and Hilker will go to the line to shoot 2 shots with 4:51 to go in the second quarter. Arapahoe just 1 for 5 from the free throw line here in this one. First one on the way is good.
Checking back in from Bloomfield, number 32, Peyton Eisenhower. And number 1, Haley Eisenhower.
34-12. 4:51 to go in the second quarter. Second one on the way. It's also good. Hilker goes 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. On the right side, Bloomfield with the basketball. Now up the floor they go, passing it left side. Here's Eisenhower. Eisenhower to Melody. Melody, this is Kennedy Melody, the freshman. She has it near the logo. Left side with it is Eisenhower. Dribbles once before passing back to Melody, and we get a body foul with 4:32 to go in the first half. This one's going to be called. I believe they're going to get Chloe Gooden for this one. And if they do, that is Gooden second. Correction, first personal on her. Quick pass right side into Schmeckpepper. Schmeckpepper now to Melody, back to Kennedy Melody on the left side. Melody has it on the left wing, 4:21 to play, second quarter. No-look pass into the near far corner, rather. Three-point attempt is good for Madison Melody. Madison Melody with 13 first-half points, and the pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Arapahoe, who trails by 24 points. Bloomfield starting to break this one open. 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's Schaefer on the right side, looking around. She travels with it. The double team, the suffocating defense of Bloomfield just becoming too much for Arapahoe. Here in the first half, 4:05 to go in the second quarter, 37-13 is your score. Here's Melody, Kennedy Melody to Madison Melody. Why not? Try another three from the left side. And Madison Melody, 16 first half points for the Bloomfield Bees. As the pass up the floor taken away and thrown out of bounds by Bloomfield. And so Arapahoe retains possession. But this first half belonging to Bloomfield. They are 6 of 10 from the three-point line. And head coach Preston Blackmore wants to talk things over for Arapahoe. We'll step aside with them. Come back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college, helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
All right, so Arapahoe needs to do something quick here if they want to try to end the first half on a little bit of run. You could hypothetically say, all right, try to get it within 20 to end the first half, and then end at the end of the third quarter within 10, and you just kind of work your way back. It's going to be a marathon here as they trail 40-13. Sawyer Schaefer draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. 40-13 is your score in favor of the Bloomfield Bees. 3:36 to play in the first half. First free throw is good for Sawyer Schaefer. 3:36 to play in the second quarter. Second one on the way, and that one's also good for Sawyer Schaefer. to 15. A 25-point advantage in favor of Bloomfield as they throw it over the top. Schmeckpepper with the basketball. Gets it on the left side, and it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Arapahoe Warriors, and so it stays on this end of the floor. Baseline inbound coming up in just a moment. Underneath their own hoop for the Bloomfield Bees. They get it into Eisenhower on the left wing. Schmeckpepper into the far corner right in front of the Arapahoe bench. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound. Karam's out to the free throw line where it's controlled by Melody. A put-up jumper. No good on the attempt by number 32, Peyton Eisenhower. The junior missed it and missed it badly. 40-15 as Arapahoe goes the other way. On the left side, it's Schaefer. Schaefer on the left wing. Now into the near corner right in front of us. Strand finds a free throw line jumper on the way, and it sat on the back of the rim. No good. It kind of wedged itself there on the attempt by Emma Strand. And now we have a turnover on Bloomfield as they're saying Eisenhower stepped on the sideline right in front of head coach Connor Wilson, who's donning an incredible blue suit jacket today with the blue Jordans on the feet. 40-15 is your score as Arapahoe trails by 25. On the right side, it's Strand. Strand now passes to Schaefer. Schaefer dribbles twice, down low Hilker. She thought a defender was behind her, instead passes out of it. Three-point attempt is no good. Rebound bounces out into the hands of Arapahoe. They get a second crack at it. Here is Schaefer to Strand. Long two on the way. Bounces off the front iron, no good. And the glass is cleared by Madison Melody. Madison Melody throws it to Kennedy Melody, who has 8 points in the lane. The layup in the left side of the rim is no good. Rebounded by Strand of Arapahoe. Arapahoe brings it across the timeline with an outlet pass to Sutter Schaefer. Schaefer passes to Sawyer, now to Sutton, Sutton in the lane. The right-handed layup is off back iron. Rebound fought for, ripped away, and won by Bloomfield. Here comes the Bloomfield Bees. In transition, Kennedy Melody, spin move, right-handed layup, will not finish. The putback, Melody is good for Madison Melody as she is up to 18 first half points. Madison Melody getting everything she wants offensively. She almost has a double-double in this first half. 18 points, 7 rebounds. As Madison Melody goes to the line to shoot just one shot and try to convert the three-point play. 2 minutes and 1 second to go in the second quarter. 42-15 your score. Free throw on the way. It's good for Madison Melody. 43-15, 28-point advantage. Here's Schaefer. We have a whistle and a foul called as she was trying to navigate her way up the near sideline. Foul's going to go on number 5, Miley Pinkelman.
Bloomfield foul, number 5, Miley Pinkelman. Her first one foul. We need 4 of those quarters.
And so with less than 2 minutes to go until half, 43-15 is where we're sitting. Pass left side to Strand. Emma Strand with the basketball, picks up her dribble at the top of the key, hands it off to a running Schaefer who ran on by her to her left. Back to Strand, now to Sutton Schaefer. Sutton Schaefer tries to step through, and we have a foul called on the Bloomfield Bees. They're going to say that Madison Melody, I believe that's who they're going to get. Yes, Madison Melody kind of leaned out and reached out with her hip. But nonetheless, they were, I think Bloomfield thought it was a travel, but they got her with the hip. First free throw is no good. That was Melody's second personal foul, so I'd imagine she'll sit for the rest of the first half here. 43-15 your score, 1 minute and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. Bloomfield up by 28. The free throw on the way is good. And it's going to be with a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. 43-16. Bloomfield with the basketball, though, working their way left to right. They turn the ball over after the ball is knocked out of the hands of Aaliyah James, and James turns it over to Arapahoe. Arapahoe now with the basketball across the logo. Here's Schaefer to the right side. It's Strand. Strand drives off into the lane. The layup is good off the glass. And Arapahoe getting a little 4-0 spurt here, much needed as they trail it 43-18. Here's Aaliyah James. Her pass now taken away. Up the floor to Schaefer. Schaefer wide open layup. It's good. In the midst of a 6-0 run as Arapahoe able to extend their defensive pressure. The ball almost gets knocked away from Kennedy Melody. Melody's spin move as she throws it up the floor to Schmeckpepper. Now she tosses it out of bounds as it's another turnover third turnover in the last 3 possessions for the Bloomfield Bees. It is 43-20. 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. Now her pass taken away from Arapahoe in the lane. Bloomfield misses the first try, misses the second try. Can the third time go in? It does. Kennedy Malati. So 45-20 now, and that gives Bloomfield a chance to set up their extended defensive pressure as this one now almost taken away. It's going to be out of bounds, last touched by Bloomfield, and so Arapahoe stays with the possession. 45-20 is your score. 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here is Arapahoe on the logo. On the right side now. Schaefer. It's about a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Sawyer Schaefer for 3, just missed off to the left side. Rebounded by Bloomfield and Eisenhower. And she will pass it off to Kennedy Malati as she brings it up across the floor. Here's Malati in the lane. No whistle. That ball still trickling out of bounds with 0.9 seconds to go in the second quarter. It'll be Bloomfield basketball up by 25. They're going to put Madison Malati into the game. She's the tallest player on the floor. I would imagine they'll just try to toss it up to her and try to see if she can just get it in there. Yep, as they do, touch pass, and she tries to shoot it at the horn. It does not go in, but at the end of the first half, it's all Bloomfield here in the girls' quarterfinal in Class C2. It's 45-20 in favor of the Bloomfield Bees over the Arapahoe Warriors. We'll step aside, come back in a few minutes here with some thoughts from our halftime show at Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first. Now is the time to get a glimpse into living and learning at Doane University through a personalized in-person or virtual visit. We know once you experience Doane, you'll see why it's a place where you can achieve your goals and shape your future. Schedule your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu. General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Your score at the break. Bloomfield leads it 45-20 over Arapahoe. Arapahoe ended the second quarter on a little 6-0 run, and so it was a lot worse before that. And then Arapahoe able to get a couple of turnovers, but we talked about it yesterday. Jay and I did ad nauseum. The storyline was turnovers, and you got to feel for the statistician that has to keep track of some of these because they're pushing that turnover button a lot. We saw it yesterday with Millard North, almost 27 turnovers. Arapahoe is on pace for 32 right now. They have 16 first-half turnovers, and I'm sure if you are Arapahoe head coach Preston Blackmore, that's part of the conversation in the locker room is limit the turnovers and slowly make your way back into this thing. But for Bloomfield, they shot incredibly well from the field, from beyond the three-point line, and they rebounded well. They out-rebounded Arapahoe 20-11 in that first half. They shot in that first half 59% from the field, over 58% from three-point range as well. Kind of everything is working here for Bloomfield through 2 quarters of play as they outscored Arapahoe 26-11 in the first quarter, 19-9 in the second quarter, and they have off of turnovers. How about this? 21 points off of turnovers. And so, man, you talk about if you're Preston Blackmore, part of that conversation in that locker room, limit the turnovers, and hopefully you can maybe get this thing to within 10 to 12 points by the end of the third quarter, and you feel like you're in a pretty good spot to try and make a run in the fourth quarter. But the storyline in that first half for Bloomfield, how about Madison Melody, both Melodies for that matter, but Madison, 19 points on 6 of 9 shooting. She's 2 for 2 from beyond the three-point line, 5 of 5 from the charity stripe as well. Kennedy Melody, 10 points on 5 of 8 from the field. She also has 5 rebounds and 7 assists. And so a really, really strong performance from Bloomfield in that first 2 quarters. And when we come back in just a few short minutes, we'll have the start of the third quarter between Bloomfield and Arapahoe here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Parents deal with a lot of what-ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what-ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day. In the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating
and electrical.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in Pinnacle Bank Arena here, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, as day two of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships are underway. This is game 1 of 6 for us today, as we will get ready to, once again, crown 6 title winners on Saturday. Bloomfield is up 45-20 currently. Madison Malati in the lane. The layup is good, and it's now 47-20 in favor of the Bloomfield Bees. Arapahoe still having to deal with the extended pressure of the Bloomfield Bees. They're able to break it by dribbling across the timeline into the far corner. Emma Strand, the senior with the basketball, kicks it out. Schaefer might have gotten away with a travel. Steps through. The floater is no good. Offensive rebound. And the pass out mid-range jumper off back iron. Defensive rebound is cleared by Kennedy Malati. As Bloomfield goes up the floor, across the timeline goes Kennedy Malati. She's dribbling left side, spins, dumps it down low on the doorstep. From the right side of the rim, it's good for Bloomfield, 49-20. Bloomfield comes out here in the second half, shooting well. Here on the right side, it's Schaefer. Schaefer across the timeline. She'll cross over at the top of the key now, working from right to left. And here is Sawyer Schaefer to Sutton Schaefer. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go, third quarter. Passing in the near corner. Emma Strand, 3-ball, short on that try. And a defensive rebound collected by Bloomfield. Nobody back on defense. It's going to be a 1-on-0 layup for Kennedy Malati, as it's now 51-20, a 31-point lead in favor of Bloomfield as Schaefer drives in the lane. Her layup is good off the glass. It's 51-22. After Arapahoe makes a shot, they're able to set up their extended pressure defensively, but they haven't made a whole lot of shots, and so haven't necessarily been able to try to force some turnovers. A three-point try misses everything on Bloomfield's end, but now the rebound is just ripped away. Another try from deep. That time it's good. A three-point bucket for number 4, Kaisa Lecker. 54-22. It is a 32-point advantage for Bloomfield. Here on the right side, Emma Strand spins around, looking around. She throws it to her teammate, number 24, Clara Hilker, and she's fouled on the pass, as it'll be against the Bloomfield Bees. Down by 32 is Arapahoe. 27-14 is your score over in the Devaney Center. Milford, obviously led by Husker volleyball recruit Shayla Rottenberg. She has Milford in front by 13, 27-14. Always fun to see Shayla in action, whether it's on the volleyball court or on the basketball floor, as this jumper is off the glass and good for Sutton Schaefer of Arapahoe. 54-24, your score, down to a 30-point ball game. Dribbling it across the timeline, now passes it to Lecker. Lecker to Schmeckpepper for 3, barely grazed the front rim, and the rebound goes off the leg of Arapahoe. It's out of bounds. It stays with Bloomfield. Last year, got to see Shayla Rottenberg, who was a freshman at that time, in action here on this floor at PBA. We'll be able to see him if they end up making the Class C state championship game. A foul on the take to the bucket. Madison Malati was trying to drive down the center of the lane, and she gets a foul called, and so she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots with Bloomfield up 54-24. Madison Malati's had herself a nice day. 21 points. She misses the first free throw. 21 points, 9 rebounds for Madison Malati. Malati is a 6-foot sophomore. Spins the basketball back, fires away, and it's good. 22 points for Malati. As Schaefer gets the inbound pass for Arapahoe. So down by 31 with 5:14 to go in the third quarter. Crossing over. Schaefer gets her pocket picked by Kennedy Malati, and nobody's in front of her. The layup in the lane is good. And Arapahoe trails once again by 33. Here comes Arapahoe as they almost turned it over again. She can't use her dribble, looking for help, finds Schaefer. Sutton Schaefer for 3. It's good. Nice shot by Sutton Schaefer from the top of the key. She bailed out her teammate, Riley Tiedemann, who had already extinguished her dribble. But now on the left side, here's Bloomfield, up by 30. Top of the key, Kennedy Malati. Can she answer with a 3? She cannot. Rebound, Karam's out to the free throw line where it's controlled by Schaefer, and she is fouled en route and back to her side of the floor, as that will go on Bloomfield and number 4, Kaisa Lecker. 57-27, your score, 4:34 to play in the third quarter. Arapahoe down by 30 with the basketball. Sutton Schaefer right side to Sawyer Schaefer. She'll fire the 3 on the way. That one's also good. Nice shot by Sawyer Schaefer. 57-30 with 4:17 to go in the third quarter. Here, top of the key, it's Madison Malati in the lane. The floater is good for Madison Malati. And with 4:07 to play in the third quarter, it's a 29-point Bloomfield lead. Here on the right side, here's Schaefer. She has it just past the timeline. She starts her dribble, Dribbles it twice and then kicks it to Sawyer Schaefer, who wanted to fire another three, but instead passes out of it. Her pass is deflected, taken away by Bloomfield, and we have a foul in transition, charged to Arapahoe. This is going to go on Sutton Schaefer. That is her fourth personal foul with 3:45 to go in the third quarter. 59-30 your score, 29-point ball game, 3:43 to play in the third quarter. Bloomfield up handily. They have been all game. Kennedy Malati on the right side. Here is Pinkelman for Bloomfield. Bloomfield passes into the far corner. Now inside on the doorstep. The layup is good for Kennedy Malati. It's back to a 31-point advantage for Bloomfield, 61-30. As they pass it across the timeline. Here is Arapahoe on the left side. Now top of the key with it. Schaefer to Strand. She takes one dribble. Jumper is no good from the left elbow. Malati has herself a double-double. That's her 10th rebound as she throws it up the floor. How about an assist? No, she has to pass out of it on the doorstep, and she can't handle the ball. Can Pinkelman. It goes out of bounds to Arapahoe, who trails 61-30 with 3:01 to play in the third quarter. Less than 3 minutes to play until the end of the third. Nick Sandert with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena as Strand has the basketball for Arapahoe. The Warriors came into today with a 21-5 record. Their 5 losses were to Oberlin and Decatur, Southwest, Alma twice, and then Southwest again. So kind of the same teams getting the best of Arapahoe this season. But for Bloomfield, unblemished, 26-0. Some dominating wins on their schedule as we have a whistle and a foul called against Arapahoe in the paint, and going to the line to shoot 2 shots for Bloomfield will be Haley Eisenhower. Jay and I talked about it on the broadcast last night. Got to give credit to Kearney. The Bearcats bust had 3 or 4 buses out front and bust students from Kearney all the way here to Pinnacle Bank Arena last night. I would imagine that when Kearney plays tomorrow night in the semifinal, that it'll be even a larger crowd for the Bearcats. Bearcats making their first appearance in state tournament since 2017. Eisenhower goes 1 of 2 at the line for Bloomfield. It's now 62-30 as the pass up the floor across the timeline for Arapahoe. It's Schaefer. This is Sawyer Schaefer, number 3. She'll fire the three-pointer on the way. Halfway down and out, offensive rebound, and a foul is going to be called. A push from behind on Bloomfield on the offensive rebound as number 4, Riley Tiedemann, was the one who had the missed three-point attempt by number 3, Sawyer Schaefer, kind of fall into her lap. She was trying to dribble to the right side of the rim and got tripped up and pushed from behind. So baseline inbound here. They find it to Tiedemann. Mid-range jumper off the glass. No good. And the rebound collected by Kennedy Malati. Here she comes. Malati, nobody stops the ball. She's in the lane, and she travels with it. No good on the basket attempt either. But with 2 minutes exactly, it's 62-30. Bloomfield out in front by 32. So Madison Malati sits on down. She's had herself a nice day at the office. Bloomfield needs 8 more points if they want to institute a running clock here. It's 35 points in basketball as the pass to Hilker goes into the lane for Arapahoe. She gets the layup to go. They need 10 more points now as it's 62-32. But in basketball, it's 40. In football, it is 35 as that pass goes into no man's land and into the fans behind us. So another turnover as Arapahoe will get the basketball. So here we go, as with 62-32 showing on the scoreboard with 1:35 to play in the third quarter. Here is Schaefer. Schaefer loses the basketball, gives it to Strand. Strand now to Gooden. Gooden dribbles in the center of the lane to Hilker. Hilker misses the mid-range jumper, and it's secured by Bloomfield on the defensive glass. And that'll be a carry as number 2, Aaliyah James, was dribbling up the floor and it gets whistled for the carry. 1 minute and 17 seconds to play in the third quarter. This game has been quite sloppy most of the time for 3 quarters by Arapahoe. However, now it's being supplemented by Bloomfield making some mistakes and mental errors as well. They lead it by 30. Bloomfield for 3 on the way. It's good for number 2, Aaliyah James. 65-32, less than 60 seconds to go in the third quarter. Up by 33 points are the Bloomfield Bees. Strand passes out to Schaefer. Schaefer in the lane, tries to draw contact. No good. The putback is good, though, by Clara Hilker, the junior forward, and she's fouled with 45 seconds to go until the end of the third quarter. It's 65-34, and Hilker's going to the line to shoot one more shot.
Clara Hilker at the line, shooting 1.
One free throw coming for Hilker. It's good. 65-35, your score. Bloomfield out in front by 30 as they will beat the press of Arapahoe. Gooden with the basketball directly in front of us. Gets doubled now into the near corner. Down low to Kennedy Malati. Malati, the reverse layup in the lane is good with the foul. And Bloomfield just keeps on cooking. Here is Malati. It will go to the line to shoot one more shot and try to convert the three-point play. That was number 5 on Sutton Schaefer. And so the sophomore fouls out with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Kennedy Malati at the line, shooting 1.
So that free throw is no good by Kennedy Malati. And so Arapahoe, in the final 30 seconds of the third quarter, they turn it over again. It's a tough day at the office for the Arapahoe Warriors. 67-35 is your score. $15 seconds to go until the end of the third quarter. Dribbling through a double team and now drawing a foul is Kennedy Malati, as that will be team foul number 5 on Arapahoe, which means free throws coming up for Arapahoe. Foul goes on number 2, Chloe Gooden. That is her third personal. Nice job by the Bloomfield Bees. They've hit their last 4 shots from the field. Here in the third quarter, Bloomfield shooting 9 of 13. They have a lane violation called on the second free throw, and so it is no good. 68-35 is where we stay with 10 seconds to go in the third. Here is Schaefer. She throws it up the floor, and it goes out of bounds off the hands of Hilker. And it's another another Arapahoe turnover. Bloomfield in this third quarter alone, 9 of 13 from the field, 70%. Here, three-pointer on the way at the horn is no good. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. Your score after 3 quarters of play, it's all Bloomfield, 68-35. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join up and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard. Guard the good life.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Pinnacle Bank Arena started the fourth quarter as Bloomfield has the basketball to start. They lead at 68-35. Kennedy Malati, three-pointer on the way for Eisenhower. It rattles halfway down and out. Defensive glass cleared by Sawyer Schaefer. Her sister Sutton has fouled out of the game. Here on the right side, Sawyer Schaefer with the basketball. Looking around, top. Now passes left side. Three-point try on the way. It will not fall for Gooden. Rebound fought for and won by Madison Malati, and she throws it up the floor to Eisenhower. Give credit to Bloomfield not slowing down as they draw a foul. This time it's going to go on Sawyer Schaefer. That'll be her third personal.
Arapahoe foul on 3, Sawyer Schaefer. That's her third personal foul. Team first of the quarter. Haley Eisenhower at the line, shooting 2.
First one coming up for Haley Eisenhower, and it is no good. 68-35 is your score. 7:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Second one on the way. It is also no good. So Arapahoe cleans the glass. Here's Emma Strand. That's could have been a double dribble, but instead got away with it. Here with it is Schaefer, backdoor cutting Gooden, and she tried to pass it off to Hilker, and it goes through Hilker's hands. She was not ready for it. I think she thought that since Gooden was on the doorstep that she was just going to shoot the basketball, decided not to. And so now with that, it is 68-35, and Bloomfield gets the ball back. 7:01 to play in the ball game. Left side Eisenhower now to Malati. Malati right side to Aaliyah James. James now to Pinkelman. Pinkelman to James. James top of the key. Malati 13 on the possession. Free throw line jumper. Back iron will not go. Defensive rebound collected by Arapahoe. And here comes the Arapahoe Warriors. 68-35 your score. 6:32 to play in the fourth quarter here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Game 1 of the day. On the right side, it's Gooden. Cross-court pass to Schaefer. Thought about the three, decides to dribble drive instead. Left-handed scoop shot, no good. And on the defensive glass, Madison Malati. That is number 13 on the rebounds for her. And we have a traveling violation called on Eisenhower on the other end of the floor for Bloomfield. 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Fourth quarter, 68-35 is your score. Bloomfield out in front on Arapahoe. On the left side, for it, with it, Bloomfield. They'll pass it inside free throw line, and now into the near corner. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Nice shot there by Sawyer Schaefer, and it's a 68-38 game. Now into the lane. The layup on the other side is good for Eisenhower. Bloomfield able to answer every single time. 70-38 is your score. Left side, three-point try on the way. It is no good for Chloe Gooden. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Arapahoe. And with 5:37 to play in the fourth quarter, it's 70-38. I think we're going to get an Arapahoe timeout here. They will. So an Arapahoe timeout. It's a 30-second breather. We'll step aside with them. Be back here in just a brief moment on 93.7 The Ticket.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Welcome back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Calling all the action, here is Nick Sainert.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Before we resume play out of the Arapahoe timeout, I want to tell you about our friends at Nebraska Hematology Oncology. At NHO, we are advancing cancer care and enhancing the lives of those battling cancer by offering clinical trials to patients right here in Nebraska. Learn more at yourcancercare.com. Also, you can get a great rate on a 6, 12, or 24-month CD at Union Bank. You can learn more at ubt.com. All right, 70-38, all in favor of Bloomfield. This one has been hypothetically decided for quite some time now, but Bloomfield still running their offense, has some of their starters out there. As in the lane, trying to get it back out to the left wing, Kaisa Lecker, her pass is taken away. Schaefer up the floor, and it's now knocked almost out of bounds, but now taken away officially by Bloomfield. Here's Madison Malati going the other way. Malati into the far corner, right in front of Bloomfield's bench here on the left side of the floor, and that pass will go out of bounds as they tried to skip it across the baseline, and it was unsuccessful. All right, so both Malatis are out of the game now. Malatis are out of the game as they check in Peyton Eisenhower as well as Miley Pinkelman. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, 70-38. Just a reminder, Austin Orman will join me for game 2 of the day. As cross-court pass, here it is for Gooden. And the free throw line jumper is good. Nice shot there by number 4. That's Riley Tiedemann. It's a 30-point ball game, 4:42 to play in the fourth quarter. So Leah James, they cross the timeline. Now right side, and James has it on the wing. She stops, dribbles right into the defender, Tiedemann, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it on this end of the floor with Bloomfield. 4.5 to play here in quarter number 4. 70-40, your score. Baseline inbound, they get it into Schmeckpepper. Her 3 is good. Nice shot there. Number 23, Harley Schmeckpepper. Nice job as on the left wing, a one-handed slingshot pass to the right side. Strand almost got it taken away from her, and we do have a hold, a foul called on the defender, as that is Kaisa Lecker getting called for the personal. A game that, stop me if you've heard this before, in the state tournament here in the first 2 days, turnovers aplenty. A total of 42 turnovers in today's game. 26 of them belong to the Arapahoe Warriors, as make it 27 of them. They turn it over again. Right on cue. 73-40, your score. 4:02 to play in the fourth quarter. And as they get trapped in the corner, Bloomfield has to call a timeout. We'll step aside with them, come back in 30 seconds here in just a moment on 93.7 The Ticket.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
All righty, 3 minutes and 59 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Bloomfield on their way to the Class C2 state semifinals as they are up 73-40 on the Arapahoe Warriors. They will get the winner of our next game between Amherst and Sutton. That'll be real interesting to see Sutton, if they're able to win it against, if they play Bloomfield. That'll be a real interesting matchup. The next game will be pretty evenly matched. 19-6 Amherst against 20-7 Sutton. Two teams that have not played each other yet this season. Two teams that have taken a few years off since being back at the state tournament as well. Amherst hasn't been back since 2012, while Sutton hasn't been back in the last 4 years. So that'll be our next game. Myself, Austin Orman, will be on the call for that one from PBA, as we will then put a bow on Class C2 action before turning our attention to Class B. And obviously, The biggest thing in Class B over the last 2 seasons is, okay, the Elkhorn North run has kind of subsided. We saw Scott Catholic. They were the state champions last year, but this year Norris comes in with the number 1 seed. Blair is 17-7. That could be a real interesting game. Gretna East will play Sydney. Scotts Bluff will play Bennington. And then Lincoln Pius X will play Beatrice in our nightcap. So a couple of good games on the docket today. Back here at this current game, though, with 3:07 to play in the fourth quarter. It is 73-42. The free throw is on the way. It's good. And it's 73-43 in favor of Bloomfield with 3:07 to play in the ball game. As Bloomfield has to break the extended defensive pressure. They do not. It's going to be a jump ball, and it will stay with the Bloomfield Bees. Two minutes and 56 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. We're having a conversation at the scores table. I would imagine they'll have to reset the shot clock. 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go.
1 second added to the shot clock.
Yep. They reset the shot clock. And my goodness, on the inbound pass, it hit the bottom of the backboard. My goodness. All right, 73-43 your score. I have a feeling that if Bloomfield was not up by 30, head coach Connor Wilson would not be laughing about it like he is on the sideline. On the left side, here's Emma Strand now into the free throw line area, into the far corner. Three-pointer on the way. Grazes the front rim. Put back is good. Nice shot there by Riley Tiedemann. 73-45 is your score. Here comes Bloomfield as Pinkelman has the basketball in the backcourt, looking to break the press, does so by dribbling. Now to Schmeck-Pepper for another three. That's way too strong as that one goes out of bounds to the Arapahoe Warriors. 73-45, 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. As here comes Arapahoe down the floor. Schaefer, left side to Strand. Reserves getting ready to check in for Bloomfield. On the right side, here's Schaefer. She'll fire the three on the way. It's barely off to the right, no good, and the rebound will bounce out of bounds. Last touched by the Arapahoe Warriors. Checking in for Bloomfield, number 22, Anahi Fernandez. Number 12, Autumn Yonk. And number 24, Emma Reiser. Two of them are freshmen, and one of them sophomore. As the steal on the inbounds pass, and Arapahoe gets the easy bucket. 73-47 is your score. 1:53 to go as the reserves getting ready to check into the game for Arapahoe as well. Bounces it out. Strand fires the three on the way. It's no good as the rebound goes into the hands of Dali Sazama. Sazama loses the basketball into the hands now of Arapahoe. They missed the layup. Offensive rebound. 3-point try on the way off the back iron. Offensive board number 3. Can't get it to go. And the defensive rebound is going to be ripped from the hands of Arapahoe. And it looks like number 2, Chloe Gooden, took a little bit of a harder fall there. Less than 90 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, 73-47. Chloe Gooden's day's done, as well as Riley Tiedemann. Checking in, number 13, Meg Hilker, the freshman, as well as number 11, Grace Andrews. Down, entry pass, knocked away, taken away. Here comes Bloomfield. Bloomfield the other way. Fernandez with it. The freshman dribbles it off her leg, and it goes out of bounds. 73-47 with 1:17 to play in the fourth quarter. A little bit of a sloppy couple of minutes here, but on the pass on the left side, as that pass deflected out of bounds, it'll stay with Arapahoe. So Bloomfield will go on to the state semifinals tomorrow. They'll play those games at the Devaney Center. Here, 73-47. 1:08 to play in the fourth. Arapahoe tries to get it in. They kick it out. Schaefer, three ball. Schaefer, three ball. It's good. 73-50 is your score. Under a minute to play as the pass gets across the timeline for Bloomfield. They pass it right side. Fernandez, first shot. Her shot is no good as she was trying to get in the scoring column. The pass on the right side. And we have a timeout charged to Arapahoe. It might just be for substitutions. We'll see. It is going to be a full timeout. So we'll go ahead and take one more break with them. Take a timeout, and we'll wrap this one up coming up next here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Spring Sports are here, and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Nick Sainer with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. In the final moments of this one, Bloomfield leads it 73-50. 43 seconds to go. As remember, in a little under 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game, it is going to be Amherst and Sutton. As myself and Austin Orman will have the call. How about this one? A really cool situation as number 0 for Arapahoe, Ruby McCune, who is injured, has a sleeve on her right leg. They allowed her to score a bucket in the state tournament, and they immediately have to foul and sub her out. I would imagine they'll sub her out. No, maybe not. No, they're going to keep her in. And so Ruby McCune, a junior guard. And so here we go with Bloomfield on the right side. The shot up is no good. And with 16 seconds left, we have a whistle and a jump ball called. It will stay with Bloomfield. So really cool stuff here as McCune obviously can't sprint and guard. She's just kind of out there. Fernandez has a look at a three on the way. No good. They're trying to get her the ball back. The putback is no good. With 5 seconds on the game clock, Arapahoe clears the glass. They throw it up the floor to McCune. She'll dribble it out, and there it is. Bloomfield wins it handily, 73-52 here over the Arapahoe Warriors. Let's step aside, come back in a few minutes, wrap this one up, and we'll get ready for the next one here from 93.7 The Ticket at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Parents deal with a lot of what ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
And electrical.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill welcomes out-of-towners to Lincoln for state high school basketball and congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small-town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day. In the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information. State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Bank Arena here, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Arapahoe falls to Bloomfield 73-52, and the game was decided by 21 points, but it was a lot wider of a margin for a lot longer period of time. I give all the credit to Bloomfield for coming out firing on all cylinders here in their first state tournament appearance since 1979. As Bloomfield, they leaned on the shoulders of Madison Malati and Kennedy Malati. Madison, 24 points, 13 rebounds, while Kennedy added 19 points and 6 rebounds there. Haley Eisenhower also added 13 points to her total. How about Kennedy Malati? A double-double, but not in the traditional sense. A double-double of 19 points and 10 assists for her. A really strong performance in just 26 minutes of work. For Arapahoe, the story of the game, turnovers. 29 turnovers committed on that, through those 4 quarters of play. That resulted in 33 Bloomfield points off of turnovers. Not a great recipe for success as Arapahoe goes 0-1, and they wrap up their season at 21-6 overall. For Bloomfield, they advance to tomorrow's state semifinal against the winner of our next game between Amherst and Sutton, the Broncos of Amherst and the Phillies of Sutton, as this should be an evenly matched game between a 4 seed and a 5 seed. Austin Norman will join me on the call for this one. We'll bring it back out to Pinnacle Bank Arena in a little less than 15 minutes of time. But for now, wrapping up Bloomfield, they win it 73-52 over the Arapahoe Warriors in Game 1 of the day here at the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
With UBT, you've got total control